They that rise up against, oh Lord, many are they that say, oh me, that's no help for him in God, bow down, oh Lord, you are a shield for me, my glory, hey, and the lifter of my head. You are a shield for me, my glory, and the lifter Can I prophesy to you? Your marriage is settled. Your business is settled. Your academics is settled. Your life is settled. Your health is settled. Anything concerning you is settled. That court case, I am a son. It's settled. It is settled. Your ministry is settled. Can you bet in tongues? Your presence saved. This thing. Yes, I am blessed. Yes, I am My life is settled. My blessing is settled. My ministry is settled. Yes, I am blessed. Yes, I am blessed. Yes, I am favored. Yes, I am Whatever is unsettled in your life, whatever gives you sleepless night, I prophesy in the name of God that it is settled. It is settled. It is settled. It is settled. Every dispute in the realms of the spirit, it is settled. Any curse upon your life, we break it and say it is settled. Jesus paid a price 2,000 years ago. It is settled. It is settled. He said, I am finished. So it is settled. 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 Your presence. Your presence. Listen. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I My marriage is settled. My children are settled. My future is settled. This thing is settled. This thing is settled. This thing is settled. Yes, I am blessed. Yes, I am blessed. Yes, I am Your presence with me. Come on. It's more than a. Oh Lord, this thing. Masada kandema kondobo. Erededema kosantaka. Amakoshende kete maranda. All I need is your presence. Your presence makes a difference. Oh, it's more than 1,000. This thing is settled. Oh, 1,000 shall fall on your side, 10,000 on the right hand side, and shall never come near you. Why? Oh, my Shanda Katoba. they that rise up against, oh Lord. Many are they that say, oh me, that's no help for him. He can bow down, oh Lord. You are a shield for me, my glory, hey, and the lifter of my head. You are a shield for me, my glory, and the lifter of my head.
Welcome to Time with Mommy and Daddy. I hope you've had a very restful day. And I'm so sure that you are writing your questions. Anything you want us to ask Daddy for you, we will be here to ask you, to ask him. I have a quote here. Unforgiveness makes us susceptible to pain because it increases the sensitivity of the part of our brain that activates the emotion. So you are literally multiplying negativity. What hurts you, you cannot when you do not forgive. Thank you for joining us. I want you to share, invite somebody, copy, share on your WhatsApp status, because today we had a testimony in the morning. Somebody who was watching and lives in the UK, she sent me a message and said that this teaching is helping her so much. She would have displayed at work and I would have regretted it. And so I'm sure this program is helping somebody, especially the topic on unforgiveness. We want to thank you, man of God, for joining us and for being here.
Thank you, woman of God, for having me, and good afternoon to your cherished viewers.
Okay. Today, my first question to you is, how do you deal with someone who cannot forgive you for an offense you committed?
It is two ways. Dealing with someone who cannot forgive you for an offense you committed. Sometimes they don't avenge physically, but they avenge by word. So every minute they will re-echo it. Every second they will re-echo it. Now we have people like that. Then we have those who, though they have avenged, they keep repeating the vengeance. And those who think they have forgiven, but everything they do points to the fact that they have not forgiven. Now, each category demands a different approach.
Okay.
Those who do so by word, they don't forgive you because every day they reiterate, they say it over and over again. You will have to psych yourself to take the hurt out of what they say. Because one, you cannot stop them from saying it, but you can stop yourself from being hurt by what they say. So you have to grow out of the pain that their words want to inflict on you.
Okay, so this question is somebody, maybe I have offended you.
Yeah.
But you are refusing to accept the forgiveness. You understand? I have offended you. And then I have apologized, but you are refusing to take the apology and you are still holding on. How should I relate to you? How should I behave?
Okay. Now, the fact that the person has not accepted the apology would let you see a lot of attitudes towards you.
Yeah.
So what you have to do is, having apologized, and maybe somebody you respect and you know that person also respects has come in to apologize and the person still refuses to accept the apology, pray for the person, pray for yourself, and move on.
You pray for yourself and then you move on.
You pray for the person also.
Okay. So that's how you should.
That's how you, because you see, to be hurt is one thing, but what you allow it to do to you is another. To be offended is one thing. What you allow the offense to do to you is another. Do you let it make you a better person or a bitter person? So if the person is finding it difficult to accept the apology, finding it difficult to let it go, you can't force the horse to drink, though you were able to take it to the river. All you can do is pray for yourself, pray for the person, hoping that one day the person will realize and accept the apology. But that should not put a hold on your life.
Do you go back to apologize to the person? How many times should you go back and apologize to a person for an offense you committed?
You know, it is we who are being asked to forgive.
Okay.
So when somebody apologizes, it is taking you to a higher level of forgiveness. Okay. So if you are able to forgive before the apology comes and the apology then follows, you see that your forgiveness becomes an easy work for you. So apology comes to cushion the initial forgiveness that you have exhibited as a Christian.
Okay, so let me create a scenario. Somebody offended me, came to me for reconciliation, for me to forgive the person. So when the person came, she was kneeling. I said, no, she should get up. And so sometimes you don't just say, okay, I've forgiven you. Sometimes you need to get to the bottom of the whole thing. When you study counseling, you realize that you don't just brush the topic off. You talk about it. Everybody find closure, then you can move on. So I was trying to get to the how. Why did you do this? And all she got up to said, if you don't accept my apology, it's okay. And got up and left. I had not said I wouldn't forgive then. The person came and, you know, sometimes I teach communication and I realize that 40%
is body language.
Is body language. Tone is 50%. The words you speak are only 10%. So a person's demeanor, a person's body language can say so much than the person speaking. So the person, I think the person just came for formality's sake. Somebody advised her to go and apologize. When she then I said, but how can you think of doing this? And if you accept my apology, then she walked out on me and assumed that I have forgiven her. But the kind of person I am okay with the person, I'm nice with the person, but I'm not holding anything against her. If it is somebody else, is that an apology? How you say what you say is very, very important.
Now, this is what I want to say. Before you go for an apology,
yeah,
underground work must take place.
Yes.
You don't just get up today and say, I'm going to apologize.
Okay.
So the underground work must be done. When the underground work is done, when the person comes to apologize, there is no need trying to know why the person did what he or she did, because the background work has already sorted it out. I don't think you are now.
I don't understand.
I have offended you.
Yes.
So then I tell someone about the offense. Can you please talk to Mama Gloria about what I did and tell her I am sorry. I just realized I didn't do the right thing. I'm deeply sorry. What I did was wrong. I am deeply sorry. Can you please carry it to her? And if she's calm, I will join you to go apologize.
That's right.
Now, if the person comes to do all this and you are ready for the apology, when the person comes, you need not ask why.
Okay, so
he
my
did
scenario
that.
I created, nobody talked to me, nobody said anything to me. I think she spoke to somebody and the person told them, you did wrong. So nobody spoke to me to say that, oh, this person said, but
You
she
see,
just came.
Mommy, it is one thing to say you are sorry. It is another thing to say, I realized that what I did was not right.
Yes.
It was bad on my side, on my part, to have done that. And please, I am here to say I am sorry. By going about it that way, there is no need asking why you did that. Sometimes we do things we cannot explain why we did them. Now, in asking why, you put the person in a state that because he or she cannot explain why they did it, they will end up worsening things. And your offense and anger will rather rise and mess things up. All you have to do is that sometimes we come to God to apologize without explaining why we did what we did. And we believe he has forgiven us. Now, when you accept the apology, what you need to do now is observation. Because after every apology, physical repentance must be evident. You must know that the person may have a character of repeating such act. So the apology is not a drag for instant healing. But then it's all boils down to the process. When somebody has a mental problem and you take the person to the mental hospital, the person doesn't get healed immediately. And sometimes even after healing and they bring in the person back, you will see people being cautious in relating to the person. They will tell you, oh, julone judan ne pa juwe, no ni ekeba mo wo le yejeng. So all these put together, you must put yourself in a state of a recurrence, but not to damage you this time, not to make you bitter or hurtful this time, but rather to make you better in understanding human nature. Now, look at something. Once upon a time, Jesus needed money. Judas said there was no money. Don't you think that was a sign? Meanwhile, there was money. So immediately, Jesus knew this is somebody who loves money. Did he chase him away?
No.
But his actions rather helped Jesus to achieve his mission. I don't think you are getting what I'm saying. So sometimes the person will come to apologize not because they are remorseful, but for you to show maturity and to know you are better. You understand? So you holding the person and saying, it's okay, don't worry, but why did you do it? Means you were looking for something before the apology. She or he may also be coming just for the apology. 2, the person might have behaved that way for all you know because of the relationship that exists or existed between the both of you. So the person no longer sees you as somebody who deserves an apology, but rather as somebody who must not be affected or not worry about what she has done or he has done, because, oh, Bewa Jenoeche, we have been friends for long. Why should you take offense at this?
Research has shown that unforgiveness is linked to mental health outcomes,
yes,
such as reduced anxiety,
yes,
depression,
yes,
major psychiatric disorders,
seriously,
as well as fewer health symptoms and lower mortality rates. How long should you take? You know, some people are fond of abusing you because they know that you are always forgiving. How long should you take that kind of abuse? They forgive you, you forgive them today, tomorrow they do the same thing because they know that, oh, this person she would forgive, especially in the setting of marriage. How do you deal with such?
Let me answer this in two ways. In school, questions are set not because you are hated, but they make you unhappy.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get so mad, but you still have to.
Yeah.
Now, you write the first exam, they don't call you a graduate. You write maybe 10, 20, 30 papers, and they will call you a graduate. But guess what? It is not everything that you were taught that you remember.
Yes.
But then you come out as a graduate because it is concluded that all that you have been taught, this is who you came out to be. Now, when, like the set of marriage that you're talking about, I want to answer it the spiritual aspect and then the physical aspect. Like I said earlier, Judas showed signs, but Jesus kept him.
Yes.
And by that, Jesus achieved his aim. Judas, who did not learn, ended up in a different place. All put together needs each other. One to be made better and the other to be made worse. So when you find somebody like that in the marriage setting, what you have to do is, if you are a believer, prayer. Because you have not stopped praying for your needs.
Yeah.
Could there be something in that person that you need, that the enemy keeps repeating that negative aspect, so you let go? Could there be something in you that the person who keeps offending you needs, but it is in a process, and the enemy knows what the outcome will be, so he keeps pushing you till you quit? Look at Job's wife. Job's pain was persistent, continuous. It got to a point she was like, forsake God and die. But Job understood what was going on. So all you need is an understanding of the situation. Nobody wants to be bad always. But something may be the underlying factor. So you may be the one to keep interceding for the person until victory is attained.
Please let me cut you in on this. Our sister that died recently from abuse from her husband by hitting her, she forgives him. Hitting her, at the end of the day, he killed her. Maybe she was praying, but she took those abuse, forgiveness, and then died in the process.
When abuse in marriage is physical, then you have to be careful.
Sweetheart, emotional abuse.
I'm picking it one.
Okay.
When abuse in marriage is physical, it started from emotional imbalance. Check the background of the person, and you will know. Now, I told you yesterday that I was going to use myself as an example. I was not raised from the mother is home, father is home family. I'm a product of, I can say, 2 or 3 fathers. And all these put together injected something into me. The training of the first father, the second father, the third father. All this never came from the source of love. 2, out of them all, 2 happened to be from a different faith, where polygamy or being with more than one woman is not a bad thing. So all these put together, from the tender age of 9 till I matured, became the foundation on which I was raised.
Yeah.
Now, such state should let you expect a product.
Yes.
A product that cannot go away within a year, a decade, or 15, 20 years. It's a product that will go through a process of prayer, patience, tolerance, love, and what have you. But I will come out with an attitude which is a result of the training I have been through. So, to be helped, patience is needed. Forgiveness is needed. Now, the one who is not destined to help will quit in the pain.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, when the process is complete, whoever helped becomes the custodian of the finished product, which is the end glory. So, like I said earlier, when abuse becomes physical, watch out. Mine is not the physical aspect of training where you become physical at every given time, but it is emotional and character related. So you do it without knowing you are doing it because you've grown to be like that. Society, community, family can mold you into a person that will need a time and process to rewind, overhaul, and remold. What we don't have is that we don't have institutions in our schools where children will come so their character traits will be observed, and then we have people trained to even help the children come out of it. But like the computer, garbage in, garbage out. Our duty is to teach you what is in the textbook, but not to check whether the one we are giving what is in the textbook to is ready to be taken through the process.
Okay, so somebody, you've explained that the physical abuse, you should, as a counselor, I'll tell anybody going through physical abuse to separate for a while and make sure the person has got counseling or has gone through counseling. But this is an emotional abuse. The person goes through once, twice, and this person, the other spouse, is like, oh, he or she can forgive. Then, because it affects your mental health, if you go through emotional abuse, then it becomes like you having a low self-esteem about yourself. You cannot be able to forgive again or accept forgiveness. How does somebody deal with situations like this?
Well, thank you for this question. Now, in dealing with such a situation, it is complex.
Yeah.
You know what you people call the cognitive
Therapy.
When something is part of the person's core, it is not easy deleting. It takes a process.
Okay.
Now, definitely, as the person goes through the process, the abuse begins to minimize. When you, the one forgiving, also begins to get weak.
Yeah.
The weaker you become, the more vulnerable the other person is.
If I'm sinking, how can I help somebody who is also
That
sinking?
is it. So then what you need to do, I always channel it to the prayer aspect. Let me, since we married to date, I have had a weakness. and you've had to forgive over and over, and I keep repeating. I know there has been times that even counselors have told you that it cannot be stopped. So decide for yourself. But this is what you can say, that to them, you should have left. So your being here still is not a sign of you being foolish, but a sign of you believing. And the results is there for them to see that you did not quit. It may not have stopped completely, but you have achieved a result. And you can see hope in the future. That is different from when it is a threat to your life.
If it's a threat to your life, what do?
You quit.
Okay.
You see, you can't be more Catholic than the Pope, and you cannot be holier than the Holy Spirit. You can see that the foundation of everything I've been saying is prayer, 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 prayer. There is nothing prayer cannot do. There is absolutely nothing prayer cannot do. Somebody used to be an armed robber, meaning ready to kill, to get. You pray, and then the person stopped the armed robbery, and you heard that the person is no longer an armed robber, but now stealing eggs from people's kitchen. Do you met the punishment that was meant for an armed robber, or you look at the person and say, wow, what you did is not right, but I can see that you are working on to stop. Promise me that next time you will not take an egg, but toffee.
Then it's minimizing.
Then it dies out. But if you still see the armed robber who is now a pure water thief, and you attack the person with an armed robber's attitude, appreciation goes a long way to bring transformation.
Appreciation
goes a long way to bring transformation.
Okay.
When children are appreciated for speaking the truth,
it will cause them to speak the truth always.
So when you keep appreciating, you keep adding faith and confidence in themselves that you can do it. What you did is not right, but I can see that you are trying. So keep it up. I'm with you. I said something yesterday to the women, that every man is a thief, every man is a crook. I don't care your pontifical title. Every man is a thief, every man is a pache, every man is a crook, every man is everything, and every man is vulnerable.
True.
Every man is vulnerable, and because of our vulnerability, we are looking for three things. And I gave you the three things yesterday, and I asked you to remind me of them this morning. So let's go over them. A sense of what?
Peace.
Peace. A sense of what?
Safety.
Safety. And then, peace, forgiveness, and what?
Safety.
Safety. So when you let your man know that, oh, yes, you did wrong, but I will forgive you. You are safe with me. You are safe with me.
So please, I want to cut you in. The man knows that you are safe with him. He knows, and so he continues doing it.
Let your mother sit here. Let your father sit here.
Do you know that disturbs the? A lot of women are in the mental hospital.
Let me say this. Let me say this to you, my darling. Watch it. Watch this. It doesn't matter the number of offense the son commits. The mother is still there for him.
Yes, but I guess
when will you begin to see your husband as your firstborn baby boy, knowing he is still breastfeeding?
It gets to a point the mother will give up so that the child will learn.
And that is when it's gone overboard.
Yeah.
And the overboard means she's being a mother.
I feel that a lot of men.
Keep your questions coming, please. Keep your questions coming, and also keep your keep sharing. That is it. Keep your questions coming. Keep sharing, and please bring someone on board and let's talk. Okay, we're talking about offenses. It doesn't mean make us angels. Are you hearing me? We're sharing our experiences with you, and let me tell you something. You can't get this frankness from anywhere. You cannot get this frankness from anywhere. We're talking about offense. You see, let us come to the place of, let's stop presenting ourselves to our congregants as if we are angels.
Yeah.
By so doing, the end of the day they will discover something about us, we crush them. Knowing your father goes a long way to take you further. Knowing your mother goes a long way to cover you up. So let's share the platform Believers TV, BRTV, where you get it as it is. Because hypocrisy has filled the church auditorium with a lot of broken people. So let's begin to speak the truth to the world. Because he is the way, the truth, and the life. Keep sharing and keep your questions coming. We will do our best by the help of the Holy Spirit to help you find solutions. God bless you.
I feel that, thank you for your advice to the public.
Yes.
But I feel that most men know that women are forgiving, they would forgive, and so they abuse women.
That's why we don't marry men.
Yes, but a woman shouldn't be abused because of her kind heart, because she forgives, so these things will be done. And then there is this notion in our part of the world that it's a woman who makes a marriage work. And so even if she's dying in the marriage, when I was going to marry you,
I would have loved, I know what you are going to say. Father, deliver her in Jesus'
it's not
name.
what you think.
Okay.
It's not what you think.
I would have loved if you could add the names to the questions. Please. If you can add the name to the next questions you will bring us, it will go a long way to help us. We will not mention the names though, but for record's sake. Thank you.
When I was going to get married, my mother...
To me.
To you.
Yes.
My mother told me some 25 years ago that I've been married. That time she was married some 25 years. She had been married 25 years when I was going to my marriage. And she said to me, look at me. I have not divorced. You are the firstborn. There is no way you can divorce, no matter the offense.
Of course.
So you are not coming back. You are going to set example for your other
Auntie
children.
Matilda, I love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. That's my girlfriend she's talking about.
Letitia.
Auntie Letitia, my girlfriend, Auntie Letitia. Mwah, mwah. That's my girlfriend she's talking about, you know. And I know she's watching.
I'm sure.
I know she's watching. Mommy, God bless you. But it started with Kafui. Nejibia restaurant.
Oh yes.
But after that,
every mother wants the best.
That was the counsel she gave.
Every mother wants the best. I'll do same if I have a daughter. So, yes, I'll do same.
But you do already.
If I have a daughter who is going to get married soon, I'll tell the person, you don't go for something that will make her suffer.
My daughters, look at me then and go. See.
You see? So seriously, when she said that to me, it stuck into my head.
That there is
so
no
does it
coming
mean
back?
that is the advice we give to our
Was
children?
I there?
You were not there.
Good.
That's the advice we give to our children when they are going out to marry. For now, I feel it's a wrong advice, because some of the marriages, because we expect so much from them, they should forgive at the detriment of their lives. It's an error.
Let me help you here. You see,
please do.
Viewers, can I feel free here?
Feel free, please.
Our problem in marriages today is because we have copied wrongly. It is okay to copy, but make sure you copy right. We have brought in foreign system of marriage into a local system of human beings.
Yes.
We have introduced foreign system of marriage into local species.
Yeah.
Bofia boni obakbe blofo wo ha. Emo tamoshi and wo. Tell me if I'm lying.
It's true.
Like the last time we had shi and wo light soup and fufu. One way here for the and solo.
Yes.
So when you are copying something foreign, copyright, watch this. The women who are married with the local mentality still have their marriages. The young men around are using usable things and keeping keepable things.
So I'm playing the devil's advocate.
Please play, and I'll play the angels.
Maybe this is not necessarily my stand, but I think that the church is breeding the young people to get into marriages that are killing them.
Can I say this?
Destroying them.
Charismatism needs to revisit our counseling system. I don't care what you think. You all know, from top to bottom, you all know there is a shortfall in the structure of counseling in the charismatic way of doing things. And we are breeding crisis in marriages. We need to revisit the things we have put in counseling procedures. Our mothers married without counseling but observations. They learned from home.
Yeah.
And their marriages lasted. In this church, one thing we do is somewhere along the line during the counseling, we will okay, I should give you the questions, take it. There is a time when the parents of the bride will have their time with the groom. And the parents of the groom will have their time with the bride. Why are we bringing foreign doctrines into people who have been raised with local structure?
Okay, so like I said, this
Say
is not
it.
necessarily my point.
Okay.
But I'm hosting, so I'm playing the devil's advocate.
Okay, host well.
Don't you think that our mothers, you said our mothers kept long in their marriages and stuff and stuff. Number one, our mothers, some of them did not have any security, job security, money of their own. So they had to stay in their marriage because there was nowhere to go.
I know a lot of women who had it and still stayed in their marriages. Today, we have women who have broken through, yet they are submissive.
Oh, yes.
They are wives, not knives.
Yes.
I know women who are highly educated and their husbands didn't even finish elementary school, yet they submit and they are still wives. You see, education does not mean sense.
Yes.
A ball boy does not mean a footballer.
Yes.
So we need to understand that marriage only succeeds when the marriage is built on the one who instituted marriage. What does the Bible expect of a wife? What does the Bible expect of a husband? Period.
When you read Ephesians 5:21, Bible says submit to one another out of reverence for Christ.
Thank you.
That is mutual respect.
Thank you.
Mutual honor, husband for wife.
But
wife
underneath the mutual honor, it comes back to say, wives, submit.
Oh, please.
So the women deserve double
gun.
submission.
So hold your gun. Hold your gun. I'm coming. Hold your gun. Hold your gun. So when you have mutual respect for a woman, when you offend, she'll forgive you.
Yeah.
If you have mutual respect for a man, when you say 22 says wives submit, because I must submit, I should forgive 1,000,000 times, and the man cannot. Most men cannot forgive.
You know why?
What they do to the women, if the women do same, the world will go upside down. Why is that? Before I come to our viewers' questions.
Okay. Now, what women can handle, men cannot handle. You said it here yesterday.
Yes.
So I'm throwing it back to you.
Yeah.
So the fact that a man has done something to you that you can handle does not mean you should do same to him. You should know your composition and know the composition of the man. Let me say this. This is nothing. Let me say this. Let me say this. Somebody should give me this scripture. God put the man to sleep.
Yes, in Genesis.
So the woman saw how the man was brought back alive. But the man never saw how the woman was made.
Please, this one, dear. We
Can
have
I,
to. This one we
Madam
have to look
Hostess,
for. We have to look for a day, because the woman.
We have to look for
maybe
a level ground.
A level ground or a day to really talk about this, because this is very. So the man, dear,
No. I'm not saying the man, dear.
Okay.
What I'm saying is that if the man is your firstborn baby boy, then take him through the process you will take your son through.
Mistakes happens.
Yes.
That is why you, the man, offended me, I forgive you. For the woman, if she offends you, you cannot forgive.
One of our children, right?
Yes.
Cannot resist bread.
Yes.
Another child amongst our children
Yes.
cannot resist sleep.
Yes.
Another one has emotional imbalances, mood swings.
Yes.
Another one also has facial expression,
Yes.
shoulder high, hand gestures, one leg. We have all of them in the house as our children.
Yes.
For 24 years now, you have been able to live with all of them. Why did you take your son, who is your husband, out?
No, I haven't taken my son.
No, the way you sounded
Yes.
is my reason for asking this question.
No.
These are the children we have at home.
Yes.
Why do you see me as not part of your children? Yet I am the first you feed.
Yes.
I am the first you cuddle.
Yes.
I am the first you think of.
Yes.
Why am I not part of the children? You see, I said it 3 days today. That was Monday, and I'm repeating. If mothers will begin to raise kings, they will see, listen, if mothers will begin to raise princes, they will see kings in their husbands. Can I say it again? Until you see a king in your husband, you cannot raise unto him a prince. So the mentality and the way you see your man determines how you relate to him to change him.
Please, your daughter.
So you go through the questions.
Yes, I'm going to ask one on the screen by your daughter.
Which daughter is there?
Mami Ekuya Manyam.
Mami.
Mami, please. Why is marriage all about women? How about the men too? And then
my daughter, let me answer you straight, because it is the man that marries, not the woman. It is the man who comes to marry you. No, you see,
the man comes to
ask your hand in marriage.
How about the
that
other
is why
cultures?
It is the man who pays your bride price. And I say all salutations to this great man. I can't mention his name. I was at the engagement of his daughter, and viewers.
Yes.
If I tell you what the man took for bride price, he took a ring and 2 Bible. That's all. A ring and 2 Bible. I should have checked whether the Bible was King James, NIV,
There was one concordance and then one bridal
concordance Bible. And one bridal Bible. That's all. But it is the man who brought it. Are you getting me? Now, so my daughter, marriage is all about women, because what a woman wants to break will be broken. And whatever a woman wants to make will be made. Because you are the helpmeet.
Pastor William Cummings gave you your scripture, Genesis 2:21.
Yeah.
So the Lord God caused man to fall into a deep sleep.
So the mystery of the woman is something the man cannot understand. But the mystery, let me tell you, the woman came out of the man. So the woman is expected to know the man more than the man himself. Because men are walking without knowing what they contain, except the one who came out of the man. You see, we need to let our daughters understand this. You are coming from our inside, so you should know us better. You became our helpmeet because you were able to protect whatever was on the inside, the garbage, the rottenness, every goddamn thing in us. You know, and you agreed to be the one to be formed to help us meet. So the power of the woman is to make the unmakeable man made.
All right. Obiri says,
finally, I've heard from my daughter. Obiri, because of you, tonight I'm coming live, okay? We are talking about something so sweet. So my daughter, get ready.
She says submissiveness is a big problem for some women. Yes, it's true.
Serious.
And it is love is also difficult for most men. So let me go to the viewer's question. What advice would I need on an issue where the one to ask for forgiveness rather plays victim? Are you listening? Are you listening?
Yes.
Let me ask again.
When the one who has offended you is playing victim.
What advice would I need
and expecting you to forgive
on an issue where the one to ask for forgiveness rather plays victim?
And some of them can cry.
This is to say he
They
or
can
she
cry.
wants you to forgive.
They can roll on the ground, yet they are the ones that have offended you. Can I tell you something? When you forgive, you just got the dosage to your healing. Forgive and go, whether they apologized or not. Forgive and move on. You know me. I'll say, okay, and mommy will fight me. Nee, as for you, everything is okay. I am here looking fresh and handsome. I'll be 72 very soon.
I love this question. Please listen carefully. Please listen.
For mommy to say she loves this question, I know the...
I am a bride to be in some few weeks.
Please, viewers, listen to this question carefully.
I'm a bride to be in some few weeks. But a week ago, a woman showed up claiming my husband to be responsible for a 1-month pregnancy.
Not his wife.
So,
okay, continue.
My man admitted to having a one-night stand. I'm so confused, though ready to forgive. But I have no idea what our marriage will be like, expecting another child.
My darling.
I love my man. We have come a long way too.
My darling, she didn't say your man was married to her. Your man has told you it was a one-night stand. He didn't do right. That was very, very wrong. But he has chosen you. Get your husband. Okay? Forgive him. Get your husband. And begin to speak the heavenly language. Don't speak the earthly language that you don't know the kind of marriage to expect. God saw darkness, yet he said, let there be light. He didn't say, how can I deal with the darkness? But rather, he spoke what he wanted, and he had the light. This is how to step into the future you don't know. Speak the heavenly language. The next question.
So your daughter, let me ask from the screen, Francesca Nyameba Opokwa Samoa, she said, how about you said it's men who marry. So you have to, but she's saying, what about the other countries that the women pay the bride price? Please,
we are talking about Ghanaian culture. I don't know about India. Mabena, it will be great. I'm trying to think. When the woman pays your bride price, do you have a say in the house? Just picture it. It is not scriptural. So we as Christians, we are practicing what the Bible says.
Okay, so just the answer, the question you just answered. If the man had a one night stand.
Yes, it is, Mabena, your question, yes. We live in times that women buy all that is needed for the marriage. They give it to the man, and the man will go and present it. So this is why it is the woman who paid the bride price. It is happening. Don't be desperate to pay your own bride price. Let the man do it. Don't help a man to marry you. You are helping him to abuse you. I remember when your engagement, how do you call it? Is it briefcase?
The suitcase or the ecolag?
The ecolag. Charlie, let me confess. Should I?
Oh yeah.
It was broken. It couldn't lock. The handle broken, everything. We used sellotape to roll it and wrapped it, and we presented it. Because I didn't have money to buy a new. Though she had the money, I did it. And I am the one coming to marry you. If you pay for something I am supposed to do, you are making me irresponsible.
Okay, so the next question.
I love you, my son.
I was going to ask something, but it will generate into a long...
No. You can ask. We will summarize it.
Yes, about the question you asked about the lady who was going to get married, and the husband had a one night stand.
Had a one night, and so the lady came with how many months pregnant?
Brought a child that they had a one night stand. So the question is, my question is, were they together when he had the one night stand? Because in marriage, what you saw, you will see it.
Now,
if he had the one night stand when they were courting, when they marry, many children will come.
Okay, you see, there are things that leads to things. So I would wish our daughter will call us, because she's in a confused state.
Yes.
So she needs counseling.
Yes.
Are you getting me?
Yeah.
So my darling, you can call us after the program, and we will help you know what to do.
Somebody says, Mommy, isn't that a red flag to hold on with the marriage because trust has been broken and it will take time to heal. And yes, true, the foundation of the marriage,
now,
is
my darling, it's a good advice, but the choice is yours. You keep holding on.
Coco Okansi says that, is that not the woman can support?
Support after.
No, support when you are marrying.
Can I tell you something? Let your parents let the man marry you according to his strength.
Okay.
I said something. Never marry a man who can afford your bride price. You become affordable.
Okay.
But marry the man who can push himself to the next level.
Okay. How relevant is forgiveness when the effect of words or declarations out of anger has already rolled into action? How will forgiveness rectify or put a stop to the effect of the said
I will
case?
treat this question specially.
Yes.
It's a very, very intelligent question. How relevant is forgiveness when the effect of words or declaration out of anger has already rolled into action?
Yeah.
They are your words. They are two questions. So I will answer the first. My darling, they are your words. John 1 says, nothing was made. Thank you. I was going to ask for that. Nothing was made that was made without the word. What is this?
Paper.
Oh, nothing like this existed until the word paper came. So the words that you have spoken can be unspoken, but this time with more passion and seriousness and commitment. Reverse the words and replace them with positive words. With time, you will begin to see the results of your new words that you have spoken. Now to the second question. Will forgiveness rectify or put a stop to the effect of the said curse? Yes. When you forgive, the words you speak will be backed by forgiveness. So forgiveness becomes the visa to be shown to the demon holding on to the curse that now I have legal right to chase you out and end your operation in the life of this brother or this sister.
We have so many questions.
Yes.
We have so many questions at time. So I don't know if we should treat this tomorrow or we can rush through it.
The team is saying we should continue tomorrow. So tomorrow,
5 minutes. Okay.
Thank you, Madam Producer.
What should I do to a friend who has refused to talk to me, even though I don't know what wrong I did? I haven't been able to reach her because she has blocked all channels and mediums of conversation through which I can reach her. But she goes around telling people I have wronged her. Okay,
listen. First of all, somebody might have told that friend something about you that you don't know what the person said. 2, that friend was not a friend. If that friend was a friend, he or she would have come to you that this is what I heard. Is it true? Listen, never hate somebody's enemy because they told you the pain done to them. They didn't do anything to you. Now, to your friend, please, my darling, love yourself and keep living. One day, God will bring the truth out and you will get the chance to defend yourself. But don't kill yourself over it.
Is it advisable to stay in an abusive marriage just to protect the future of your kids?
Abusive in what form?
It could be emotional, it could be physical.
Now listen, children that have been raised out of broken homes, we see the results. Listen, future is important to be protected. But hey, of what use is future when you die so you don't see it?
Okay.
Did you hear it?
Yes, I love it.
Future is very desirable. Everybody will say, Charlie, tomorrow I'll build a mansion, but what? Of what use is that future if you die before the future arrives? So let your future make you wise to protect your now so you can see it.
So is it advisable for parents to find suitors for their children?
Yes and no.
Okay.
It was Abraham who sent for Rebekah to be found.
Yes.
In fact, it was Isaac himself who sent Jacob because of Esau. And there he found Rachel. So it works. It works. Because your mother or your father may know a family that don't have seke, that don't have Jew, that don't have a Mali, so they can go there and find you a wife.
Last but one question. Mommy, okay, so it's
This
my
one
name,
is to
but
you.
no, you answer. What, Mommy, please, if trust is broken in marriage, what's next?
Now, can I tell you this? Every marriage has gone through the test of trust. Never think the marriages that are standing today never went through the test. But let me tell you something. If you are building your marriage alone on trust, you will be hypocrites in the marriage. Build it on friendship first. And in friendship, you hate each other. But you always hold on to the good times you have had before. And that is what will keep you going. Trust gets broken in marriages over and how many times have I broken your trust, if you can recall?
We are not talking about me here. We are not talking about that.
Oh, but you are the one that read.
No,
You see,
no.
this is the platform, you get it as it is. How many times, blah?
The last question.
In fact, tomorrow I'll break another one.
The last question. Mommy and Daddy, please, a friend offended me deeply and I forgave her. She did the same offense again, but this time it hurts me deeper. Should I forgive her again?
Listen, yesterday's exam can never be compared to tomorrow's own. Because the higher you go, the hotter it becomes. Your level determines your devil. Because you forgave the first one, that is why you qualify for the second one. And if you are able to forgive the second one, your wisdom, your strength and confidence in yourself, your pride will be lifted to another level. So let the nature of the offense determine the level of your maturity and your confidence in yourself.
Wow. Solo, I can't see your questions. Solo feels that he has sent a question.
Oh, Asan Solo.
Yes.
Oh, Pastor Solo, Charlie, call any of the team. You know them. Mr. Oku is here. Don is here. Nadoko is here.
Solo,
Pastor
please
Yima is
retype.
here.
Please, I want.
Is that Solo's question?
No. Is it wise to get married?
Is the 5 minutes up? Because
1 more minute. I want you. This question is interesting. Is it wise to get married to a cheating partner? Because everyone says I should concentrate on his good side.
now, my darling, is it wise to get married to, or to stay married to?
To get married. You are
To
not
get
yet married to
Now, if you are not yet married to him, then you too, you are part of those he's cheating on. Because the other ones will also see that he is cheating on them with you. Come on, can I say it again?
Yes.
Stop thinking you are the only one if you see others and you are not yet married. You are part of the people he's cheating with. Come on, daughters, be wise. It's too deep for ordinary person to understand. You are not yet married to the person. And you say he's cheating. What is he doing with you?
It's a big, this is not a red flag. This is a signboard.
You too, you are cheating with him.
It's a signboard. You shouldn't even get
The
to know
fact that you
that.
are faithful unto him does not mean he should be faithful unto you. What you are doing is you are being faithful unto yourself and unto your God. Stop pleasing men to please God. Please God to please men.
True.
We'll be continuing tomorrow.
We'll
God bless you.
continue tomorrow,
because
please.
our prayer session is fast approaching.
Send in your questions.
And I can see that this topic of offense and unforgiveness is so we'll by popular request tomorrow we will climax it.
Relationship and marriage, forgiveness and relationship and marriage. So if you have any questions that we have not touched on, please send in your questions. The production team will write it down, or please send us a message on 0244.
You have seen another thing you want to ask. Don't ask. I wish
No,
Solos.
Taffy
Mukomba, my daughter. How are you doing, Taffy?
She says that this topic you have touched calls for a marriage conference. Wow. So tomorrow we will delve into relationship and my forgiveness in relationship and in marriage. My daughter, that is a signboard,
No,
not
you are
a
part
red
of
flag.
the cheating team.
It's a red flag. You shouldn't even try it because you have to live with it for the rest of your life,
your marriage,
your marital life, because some men don't change. It doesn't matter who.
Men by nature don't change.
Yes, so don't get into it.
It takes a woman to change a man. I repeat, men by nature don't change. Until Eve came, Adam was obedient unto God to the latter. It took a woman to change him. No, I'm not trying to augment the negative aspect, but I want you to know the power that you carry as a woman.
Tomorrow we'll deal with it.
We will. But
tomorrow I'll punch holes in some of the things you are saying. Trust me.
She's going to do a research.
Yes,
I'm also going to look for
tomorrow
content.
Is going to be hotter and hotter. I want you
In
to...
fact, you need to change the panels. It shouldn't always be me and her. You like it. It shouldn't be me and her. Because she acts as the host. She keeps throwing the things at me.
Next week
I refuse. I like my place.
Next week, one of the days, we'll have a host in our middle, either Priscilla or
in fact,
Abigail,
all my friends, get ready.
Yes.
I'll be pulling you on BHTV, Believers TV. And we will be having a wonderful, but like I said yesterday, please, with all respect, support us with your TV sets. We need TV sets, we need camera, we need a lot of things. But whatever the Lord will place on your heart to bless us with. Currently, we need the 60-inch TV sets. We need 2 to help us so that we will not need to be carrying this on set, but we'll be reading them as they scroll. We also need your support to keep to complete the putting up of the studio. We know you love us, and we love you so, so much. We are human. We may be explaining things here that you will not like, but hey, we are all building ourselves together. Keep your questions coming. God bless you.
God bless you for being with us, and we will see you tomorrow around the same time. Invite somebody, like our page, share. This will help somebody immensely. This will help somebody in their marriage, in their relationship, even in their work, because we had a testimony, somebody
was
nearly
going to explode
at work, and she's the only black person among white managers
in the office. They are all
white, and it would have been a disaster. Black. But this program helped the person
to calm down.
Share. God bless you. We'll see you tomorrow. Join us at 5:30 for our prayer time.
They that rise up against, oh Lord, many are they that